good morning, and good night. Welcome to the Critical Hits Podcast. I'm your host, the professional degenerate, Steve Not Here. And I want you guys to check out our Linktree. It's up right now. Tino perfected it. Take a look around, and thank you for picking up the podcast. Wherever you get your podcast is fine with us, but all your links are right there in the Linktree. Just one simple boom, boom, there it is. My co-hosts today, Apola Star and Jaybird Plays. How you guys doing?
Oh, dang, we co-hosted.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, stepping up in the
Oh
world.
yeah, you seen today. I was Johnny on the spot with the show. I woke up. I'm like, all right, this is what we're doing, and I know that Tino doesn't like authority, so he hasn't talked to me all day. But we're here. We got a show.
Right? You say we made it. So now I got a question, Steve. Do you ever want to say body snatchers when you do the intro? Does it ever just want to just come back
and just leak out?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I gotta remember. Like, critical hits is kind of hard to say. At least for me, it's kind of hard to be like, all right, critical hits podcast, critical hits, and I tried to say it a couple times during the show, but I gotta just be like, all right, body snatchers is dead. I gotta start hating it now and hating everything that it used to represent, including our critical hits Discord that still has the bot saying body snatchers this, body snatchers that.
Oh yeah, I know you've been asking Tino to change.
Am I? I thought like I was the only one that saw that. Like the 14 times, I'm like, hey, Tino.
You dreamed that
Yeah.
you put it in.
Hey, Tino, I hate this Discord bot. This is probably the worst Discord bot on Discord, and our Discord still saying body snatchers. Please, for the love of God, bot and remove the body snatchers thing. And then he's like, yeah,
dude,
remind me.
One of the mods for the Facebook page was like, damn, Steve's in there just fighting the bots.
Yeah, it's just me and the bots just begging Tino for help. Like, can I have permissions? Can I do something, please? Just please help me. And Tino's like, yeah, remind me. And then never talk about it again.
Because you never remind him.
I do remind him. I do remind him. And
you got to remind him multiple times.
I remind him, and then he'll be like, yeah, I got you.
He's out there body surfing.
Yeah, I
man.
got you.
He's body
Something,
surfing.
something Korean barbecue with Asians. That's what he says. That's every single response. All right.
He said it
never fails, dude. But, you know, it would have been good if he was on this show, but we'll do, because we're kind of like, in a tech-wise, we're casuals, even though, like, I built all this, and all of this, like, broke at first, and now it's fixed, and I still don't know how it works. My streaming setup is chaotic. You know, that meme where it's like you got two screens, and that's like controlled chaos or something like that. Mine is, I got 4.5 right now because I'm counting the Z Fold 6, not to brag, but you know, it's in front of me right now. But
he said, I see it.
And I already got in a fight with Apola about this PS5 Pro, and the moment I saw it, I was excited because I'm like, oh. You know, the Slim, the Pro. I'm excited. I'm going to get it because that's what I do. We get the PS4, and it was like, man, this is such a cool system. I love Kingdom Hearts. And then the PS4 Pro comes out, and it's just a little bit more than the regular PS4, so I don't feel that bad for getting it. But then we have the PS5 Pro, and what does it have? It has a larger GPU, advanced ray tracing, AI-driven upscaling, 28% faster RAM, which can render around 45% faster for $700 American bucks. I'm not worried about other countries. Maybe it's like 1,000 over there, and you can rob and kill someone over here for one. I don't care.
In this whole conversation, you've let on more information than you had let on before. Because before it sounded like you were just complaining about it to complain about it. Like you were just like, damn, look at this price. Let me just bitch about it, right? But now it's like, I was going to buy it, and then I saw the price tag. And see, now it makes more sense. Like, it makes more sense. It's not just other grown people spending their money on what they want to spend on it. It's you're the grown person wanting to spend the money on it, but not wanting to spend that much money on it. It all clicks.
Yeah, but I'm not responsible. Like, I'm very materialistic. And I saw this. And I saw this, and I watched it live. And I don't know if you guys played it, but Ratchet and Clank, A Rift Apart, you know of it, but I know you guys haven't played it, right?
Correct.
I started to, and then my PlayStation 5 has been sitting unplayed.
Right. Same as mine.
So. Just lying.
Yeah, same as mine. I don't touch mine either because I got a PC, but we'll get into that later. Ratchet and Clank has options to where you want a little bit of ray tracing, we'll give it to you. Enjoy 30 frames per second. You want 60 frames, we'll give it to you. Graphics are going down a lot. You know, they let you choose, but they had these options that you can make it look better, but the frames are going to drop. Or you get more frames, it's going to be smoother gameplay, but the stars aren't going to be as shiny. So, not that I have a problem with that. It was an awesome game. It was an awesome time. PS5 is still up there doing squat. But when I saw this for $700 at least, if you don't have to buy controllers, games, the subscription, which varies into the triple digits, and you want a disc drive because you're one of those weirdos that are like, I just like the way it feels, and then GameStop gives me $320 for this brand new game that it took me a week to beat.
I feel attacked right now because I'm the weirdo.
I know,
with the
I know.
drive
That's
PlayStation
I know it was gonna hit one of you because you know you guys do things that I genuinely don't like.
I just like buying physical collector's editions, and it comes with CDs.
Yeah, see,
like,
see.
CDs, those are ancient relics.
So
at
now,
this point, man.
I'm sorry, Blu-ray.
It's
so
crazy.
now, if you want to get the PS5 Pro, which everyone instinctually should, because better is good and more is good. You know, it's better, just what we do. You want to pay $700 plus $80 for the disc tray, and I don't know how tax is going to be working now because you know things could change in November. I don't know, but with tax, you're close.
It's gonna be like $770.
$770.
It's almost $800
for just the console alone, right? Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, let's say $770. The $80 stand, you might go up to like maybe $88. We'll say $90.
Now I wonder, will the stand from the regular PlayStation 5 work for the PS5 Pro? Because if so, I'm already set.
I don't know. And the stand came with it, correct? Because mine's standing up, and I don't remember like So so if you want yours to stand up for some fucking reason, like what's it matter? What's it matter? People are like, oh, the heat dissipates better. No. Like if you have it laying down, like the soldering is gonna melt away. No, like nothing happens. Why are you standing that shit up for $80?
Because it saves more space for me personally. I can just like stuff it on the side of something instead of having it take up horizontal.
Is that worth $80?
Well, I'm not buying the PS5 Pro probably for a few years, so it's not worth it to me, and it ain't gonna
for a few years. So like you were, and you were the only one that attacked me.
You gonna wait till the PS6? You gonna wait for the PS6?
You viciously
you shouldn't be concerned about
attacked me.
I said you shouldn't be concerned about what other grown people are gonna spend their money on if it's not.
Apollo, you attacked.
You made it seem like you.
She said, "Stop,
dude." She attacked me in front of my friends, in front of hot girls. She attacked me, dude.
It was on Facebook, bro. It was a Facebook.
Yeah. Nonetheless, that's how it went down. But other than her, even though like her mind shifted a little bit, she came.
It didn't shift. I just was like, okay, and then Steve was like, and it's just expensive, and I was just like, okay, so here we go, we're getting into the and, because he made it seem like at first there was no and then I had to pull it out.
Well, no, I don't do that in Facebook arguments. I don't like. Well, here's a logical explanation to support my argument. I don't like doing that. I like name calling.
Well, yeah, because you like spreading discord on freaking.
Yeah, Facebook. I have no decorum on there. I just like being loud. I like calling people names. Yeah,
right. I like the chaos.
Yeah, I like the noise. That's what I like.
God, how many days ago did you make that post? Because you post so much. Steven, why do you post
get off my
so
Facebook
much?
creep?
There's so much.
Get off my Facebook creep. Don't go on there. And now it goes to my threads. And now it goes to my threads, so I have like 500 followers on there, and I only went on the app like a couple times.
So the people on threads aren't seeing your Facebook arguments; they're just seeing your threads arguments. And
no, they're just seeing the posts, so they're not seeing the comments. Which obviously I wouldn't have that many followers if that was the case.
This
here it is.
Bozo.
Steve says, if you buy a PS5 Pro, you're a Sony.
Say it.
I'm not
say it because I'll bleep it out. I'll bleep it out for the YouTube, but the podcast people can hear it.
He said, "You're a Sony," and I was like, "Okay, and that's all I said. I said, "Okay, and Steven goes, "No, and that's all." And I was like, "It's just weird to be concerned about what other grown adult wants to spend their money on if it doesn't affect you." So I assume there was an and included.
Yeah,
and that's all I said. And then
it's adorable the way you say by the way. But I looked at everything.
And then Steve goes, "It affects me if it's in front of me. $700 for such a small bump is fantastic." I'm just like,
But that's how I felt. I watched the whole thing, and they're like, "Well, look at this comparison to a game that's damn near 6 years old." Like,
I feel like that was my biggest issue with it, is that they were showing older games and you could still, you could see it, but it wasn't like, oh my god, I need this expeditiously.
dude,
It's
there are
like,
so many
man.
good
well,
games.
Steven got his get with it because immediately after we were going back and forth with me just like poking at him, he posts a post about Grand Theft Auto 6 or whatever being on it, and he was like, "You did this to me."
Yeah, and you know what? I was so pissed off at that because the PS5 Pro, as of right now, has the same exact CPU as your PS5. That CPU
Yeah.
is supposed to run Grand Theft Auto 6 60 frames per second. There ain't no way. That game is going to be 30 frames. Excuse me, that game is going to be 30
Yeah.
frames, and everyone is going to notice. And it's going to hurt.
I'm gonna wait until it comes out.
Stop saying you're going to wait for things. You shouldn't have to wait. You shouldn't have to wait for things.
But I like to wait.
They should be there day one.
I just got my PlayStation 5 last year for my birthday. So, like, I wasn't even too concerned about it because I was just having fun playing my PC games. And yeah, there were games, but anytime a new system comes out, I always wait until there's like 4 or 5 games, like a solid 4 or 5 that I want to play on it. Because, if it's only one game, then it's just going to sit and collect dust until the next game comes out. So that gives it a chance for the price range to drop, first and foremost. And then, 2, it gives me, countless hours of entertainment because now there's like 4 or 5 games that I'm catching up on and playing. So that's why I wait. That's my personal reason.
That's all right, but I would get it ASAP. Like, I got adult money. I think I should get things that are good when they come out with no strings attached. And when I say strings attached, why the like Jay said, are you showing me a game that was out 6 years ago as if I didn't play it 6 years ago, maybe 5.5? You want me to play this game again? It's in your showcase. Well, here's Spider-Man 2. Here it is. Like, they show a tower. Here it is on the PS5. Here it is on the PS5 Pro. And people got to squint. People got to squint to see what
Right.
the big $770, right? 77. That's what we agreed on with tax.
Well, if you got Steve, if you got some glasses, you wouldn't have to squint.
Yeah,
bro.
and people said, "Oh, it's YouTube compression. That's why it doesn't look good. It's YouTube compression. Go ahead and buy it for damn near $800. Just buy this system. It's complete.
You just got to see it in person.
It's completely
Steven.
ridiculous. Just look at these games and look how they're upscaled. Ratchet and Clank, a couple years old. Last of Us 2, remastered, redone, rebuilt once again, 6 years old. Oh, Zero Horizon Dawn, that girl. I never even played those games with the robot dinosaurs. But let's play it again.
Aloy.
You're right, it is annoying. Or
Her
what'd you
name is
say?
Aloy. No, I didn't say annoying. I said
Oh.
Aloy. Oh my gosh, my heart. I didn't play Forbidden West. I have it, but I just hadn't. That and God of War Ragnarok. I haven't played
Yeah,
it yet.
so
Come on, man. You got the PS5. You supposed to be.
do.
You got the bangers now.
But then I
Dig
got all
in.
these Metroidvanias that I've been playing on PC instead, And I finally, like, after moving in March, I finally put my PlayStation 5 back up on, like, this is my whole setup. My PlayStation 5 is literally right, like, I'm staring at it, it's behind my
Right.
microphone. I just plugged it back up a week and a half ago, turned it on for like 5 minutes to update the software, and then I shut it back down, and it's been shut down on my desktop.
I love Final Fantasy games.
Kratos is not
I love Final
pleased.
Fantasy games. I haven't played
Yes.
Rebirth. I can't. Why would I play? How much do I have to work around to get my console to be right here where my PC is to where the games happen? You want me to play this shit in the living room where people can see me? Is that what you want me to do with my PS5?
Don't you know I'm ashamed of what I do with my free time?
Oh, so you just gotta
Let me
hide
dwell in the
basement
darkness.
like you're living in mom's
Dude,
house
I
then?
love my basement and my whole setup is here. Then I gotta go up there. The dog's fucking with the cats. They're wrestling. People asking me
I have
questions.
to socialize with my family. It's
The wife just
gross.
busting up conversations while I'm doing something. Like, it's not the ideal gaming experience that I'm used to down here on my PC.
Just
You can
remote
just
play
plug
it.
your PlayStation up to your PC setup. Get a little HDMI switcher and just like click between the two.
There's a
That's
lot
what I was
going
doing
on to
before I
it, but I'm
moved.
not going to hook up a console to my PC where I can buy the game on my PC and make it look like $1 million.
Well, most of the okay, but some of the games you can't buy on PC right away. Like Final Fantasy 16, I think is just now finally coming out to PC, and they're doing like a little promo for it where they're giving away like two $10,000 like built PCs for it. But like some of the games don't port
And
over
that's
to
a
the
good
PC
point.
right away, so it's
That's
still
a good
worth
point
it.
because of the
I,
exclusives.
no, go ahead.
That's the only reason we have a PS5 is because of the exclusives. You're not going to be able to play them otherwise. And if you are, you might play them 6 months to a year after they come out. I think the PS5 was reasonable priced. I think it's an awesome system. It's an awesome console. Not compared to a PC, but it's an awesome console. Now, if you want a little bit better of a console, $700 is nowhere near worth that because whenever the PS4, the Pro came out, it was $399, and I don't know how that adds up with inflation, but you got to keep in mind this PS5 Pro doesn't have a fucking disc tray with it, no CD tray. You
Mm-hmm.
got to buy even more, and it's going to go around to the neighborhood of $850 in the United States. Now, this system does give you a lot of upgrades. The RAM is faster. You can render faster, even though I don't know anyone that like really had stuttering on their PS5 or any console for that matter. Like consoles never really had a problem with something like this. But one of the cooler things about it, so I don't shit on it for the whole show, but one of the cooler things about it is PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, which is AI upscaling. And usually what that is if you're playing a game on 1080, you can bump up the resolution because the AI will fill in the pixels of what it thinks it should be, and it makes it more vivid and it makes it look a lot cooler. But the only thing is, you're not going to run it on 60 frames per second. And for most games, that's on PC too, depending on how strong your PC is. So you expect me to believe that a console, whenever you turn on ray tracing, whenever you turn on a harsher form of ray tracing, and whenever you put AI in there, you expect it to run at 60 frames per second. Nobody believes this. It doesn't make sense. It's not worth $700.
But you're gonna buy it though, so it doesn't matter.
Right. So first he was acting like he wasn't gonna buy it. He was just talking trash about other people that were gonna buy it. But now
I'm
he's
not
gonna
gonna buy
buy
it.
it.
I'm
And
not
now
gonna
I'm
buy it.
like,
Like there's nothing. They showed games and that little robot thing that I've kind of heard about. It's a kind of good platform that I heard about. No, there's
Mm-hmm.
nothing that makes me want to buy this system for $800. For $800,
Yeah.
look, I don't know too much about PCs that you can build one that can rival this system. I think it's a very good system. I think consoles serve a purpose. They serve a purpose for people that don't want to
Mm-hmm.
mess with PCs, that don't have PCs, and that just want a simple solution to gaming, a simple port of entry into gaming with their friends or gaming by themselves. I think consoles are very good for that. But when you have a PS5 that came out a couple years ago and now you got an upgrade that's just a little bit better, not even noticeably, because that's how graphics are nowadays. Graphics aren't going to go way up. You're not going to see
Yeah.
the first version of this game and then the sequel is going to look a million times better. It doesn't work like that no more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're definitely
Yeah,
past that
so
point. We're past
you're
that
paying
point.
so much money, almost $1,000, just for a little bit of improvement, and I think that's weird. That's weird if you're gonna buy that if
Yeah.
you already have a PS5. If you don't have a PS5 already and you've been waiting for the Pro, that's another story. That's whatever. Go ahead. I'm not saying
Right. You said
yeah,
that's
that's
on
on
you.
you. If you got the money, you buy a regular PS5. That's kind of weird because the Pro's right there. But it's also kind of weird if you're going to get the PS5 Pro for a couple of exclusives. If that's the case, just save your money for a little bit and buy a PC that's going to blow this PS5 out of the water. You know, it's just the
Right.
price is too much, and I don't see people buying it like they did the PS5. I just don't think so.
I don't think it'll do that good, but maybe the price point will offset the difference. I'm sure they got numbers that they've crunched and was like, even if we don't sell X amount,
so I know
we'll
one of
be
the
all right.
big conversations with some of the people that I've seen like having because I don't really argue on the internet anymore because it's annoying and
Good for you. Good
yeah
for
like
you.
I only
Look at
argue with
that. Look at
Steve
that personal
now,
Right.
growth. I love it.
right?
Such an adult.
So
I love
I
it.
just I just read things, I laugh. Maybe I might type something and then I erase it, but I don't hit enter. Um, but a lot of people have been conversing over the fact that like usually when they put out their secondary like version of a system that the price drops for the first one. So I do know that some people are looking forward to the Pro coming out because it means that maybe the baseline PS5 is going to drop in price.
But
But
see, but
that's not
usually,
necessarily that. Well, and what I was going to say, it's like not necessarily will that happen because usually it's like $100
right,
more
right.
versus like this $200-$300 price gap between the two. So it's one of those weird things where it's just like it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. And for me, I keep saying it, I'm not getting a Pro probably anytime soon, regardless of when it comes out, just because I rarely play my regular PlayStation 5 as is, and it's collecting dust. Um, and a lot of things I just play on PC. So like Steve was saying, like for me, it's more beneficial for me to just like upgrade my PC parts than it is to spend all that
100%.
money on a PlayStation 5.
100%, yeah. And all the problems I have with this is just the outrageous price. Like, if it was just a little bit better and it was the same price, maybe $50 more than the PS5, I'd be like, yeah, this is a good system. This is pretty cool. Or actually, I think nothing of it because all these upgrades aren't really anything. Like, there's one thing, the PS5 Pro Boost, which improves all your PS4 games, and they upscale them. So they give you the option of frames and upscaling. You know, they give you that option with all your old games, the ones that can actually play
Mhm.
on PS5. But you see all these games, like, you know, I gotta believe that 80% of everyone's library are indie games. Those graphics don't move. That's as good as it gets. When you play Hades and you look at that game, you can upscale it all you want. It's not going to look any better than that.
Right.
So, like, what are we doing? I want people come November to vote with their wallets. I don't
Yeah.
want you because this thing comes out
Is that what it's coming? Is it
November
November?
7th. They launch it. I don't want.
November 7th.
Oh, so right in time for election
There
day.
you go.
Damn,
That was
they
a
just
joke.
getting
That
it
was
in
a joke.
there.
I put that one down as a maybe.
Whoa, bro, you have a little ghost running around behind you, Steve.
Do I?
Yeah.
Yeah, some ghost legs. I'm scared. Just in time for
Oh, yeah.
spooky
Is there someone
season.
here? I don't believe in ghosts. It's
there
fine.
was someone there. You'll go back rewatching this little video and you'll see it. This timestamp 22 minutes.
Whatever. I hope it gets me. I'm just so frustrated with it. And I see these guys talking at work about it. And like they're nice people and then they got to make me talk to them in such a way that they're not going to appreciate.
They made you talk to them that way.
Look, right? Gia, she's not buying it. She's like,
They made you talk to them that way.
Yeah, I talk to everyone that way. What I think is what I say, and when they talk about this system and they're still playing on their mom's TV, these are grown men living at home, I assume, playing on their mom's TV. Those TVs that moms buy are no more than 60 hertz. What are you thinking? You're going to get more than 60 frames on a game on that TV? It doesn't work. Even the PS5.
What if they got themselves a nice little fancy gaming monitor that they hook their PlayStation up to, like I do?
That's well, you already have a monitor for a PC, right?
I mean, I had it for my PS4 first.
That's weird. That's weird. To buy a monitor for a console, that's weird.
You buy a gaming monitor for.
It doesn't matter on a console.
That's what they're for.
It doesn't. A console can't go more
better than it does on a regular ass TV.
Before the PS5 and PS5 Pro. I don't know nothing about no Xbox except that they're all in the dumpster right now. But they don't go past 60 frames. These consoles can't do it. PS5 maybe they have modes and they have some games. You play Minecraft, there's a little toggle thing and you can get like 70 frames.
I'm just saying it looks better on my gaming monitor than it does on a regular old TV. So
I don't know how that works. I don't know how that would work.
It just
okay. It just
maybe I'm tricking myself.
It has gaming in the name. It's built for this.
Yeah, if consoles can go higher than 60 frames, that's news to me. But maybe the colors are better, more vivid. I don't know. But the fact that I hated consoles,
I'm sure there's some games that go over 60. I'm sure there's some games that go over 60
on consoles.
On console,
we'd have to look it up because I'm not sure. I'm sure they fucking.
I got this cell phone.
Go ahead.
Here.
Yeah,
go ahead. Pull it up.
Pull it up, Gigi.
I don't know.
Let me
I
know.
don't know what to look for. Y'all can keep talking. We don't got to sit in silence.
Hey, like I'm just sitting, I'm looking, I'm watching, I'm waiting.
While she's looking that up, consoles are easier. Consoles are cheaper, so they do have a place. I don't want them to go anywhere. I don't. But when they get
Yeah.
this expensive, like, don't get a console.
Because it's almost like, what's the point? Yeah. I mean, because like what I say, when I first got my PC, that and 2 monitors, and I don't know if I had the camera already, but like all that together was maybe $1,000.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like maybe a little over $1,000. It's like, and then you could just build on it. I've swapped out graphic card and power supplies, and that's not me. I'm not the
Right.
tech guy, and I was able to do it. So I definitely, but some people are scared, and some people, I don't know, they don't know that they can use a controller. Like somebody came over to my house and he was like, "Oh, I'm never gonna play on PC. My hands don't work like that." I was like, "You can use a controller. Like it's okay."
There's apparently 104 games on PlayStation 5 that run at 120 frames per.
120
120.
under the right situation. So on the PS5 Pro, they're gonna go to what, like?
So some of them don't automatically start at 120. It's like you can change an option for high performance to update it and bump it up to that. But yeah, there's 104.
Okay, 104. That's a good number. 104. Did they say you had the compromised graphics?
It doesn't say. In
So
the
I would say you have to, because that's
Yeah.
how Ratchet and Clank was. I don't remember how many frames you got.
And I
but
think that's probably why they're doing the Pro, is to try to, be the middle ground, so you don't have to sacrifice the looks for performance, basically. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of the goal of the PS5. Is it actually going to do it? Is it going to make a difference? We'll see. It probably depends on the game.
And if it, like I said, you got to have a TV or a monitor that can handle it with all this. If the PS5
Yeah. And that's one of the things that it says for the article and everything. It does say in order to take advantage of the 120 frames per games, you need to ensure your TV supports 120 hertz, which obviously we all know that means that it can refresh 120 times a second. And then it also says it's not just having a TV capable of that, it's also having a display compatible with HDMI 2.1 that can support the bandwidth of 48 Gbps. And it says not all panels do, because 4K HDR at 120 requires 48. And it's the only way to truly experience it on the PlayStation 5. So you have to have all of those things. So yeah, just get a gaming monitor, man. Just knock out all that stuff.
Right. So
yeah, just get a gaming monitor without the PC and pay a little bit less without the PC and enjoy your PS5 Pro. God, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous when you say it out loud, because a computer can do several things, not just gaming, not just tasteful pornography, but several things. There's people that make a living.
My computer can't play my PlayStation exclusive games.
Yeah, all 4 of them. All 4 of your exclusives.
Right, like
there was a lot more exclusives than that, but they eventually do port out. That's the
future, man. The games cost too much.
And let me tell you about the future.
They cost too much.
If we stop buying these consoles, just like they did for the Xbox SR, whatever it was, the dead one, they're going to start putting them on PC day one.
I was like, I don't even know what that is.
It's not a real Xbox, but the Xbox S or whatever that was, nobody bought it. So Halo came out on PC day one. Remember that? We were very excited. We all played it. It was very fun. Not an Xbox in sight in this house, but I got to play it day one. If you stop buying these PlayStations, especially now that they're getting this crazy, they're going to be the same way. They're going to be out the door on your PC day one.
They're already going to be doing that with at least PvP games. They're online focused games. They'll already be doing that. They did it with Helldivers. They did it with Concord, even though that didn't work out too well. But
I heard about Concord for the first time today, everybody.
Yeah, look, you let them down. You're part of the problem.
The shenanigans with it.
You're part of the problem.
Yeah, Concord was wild. We might do another episode on that, but look it up, because it's sickening how mad they were.
I was too busy playing squirrel with a gun. Too busy playing squirrel with a gun. I was too busy blasting kneecaps of agents than caring about Concord.
Anyways, I started blasting.
Well, I don't see too good, so they got away.
Call an ambulance, but not for me.
Man, I know there's going to be certain people that are stuck on it. They're Sony fanboys, and whatever Sony does, Sony is good. But with what's going on here, there's going to be so many people buying this thing, playing it on a 60 hertz TV, just throwing money at this system for the stand. It has a 2 terabyte solid state drive, so not a lot of people are going to need an upgrade, but they can upgrade to 4 or 5, and they might just do that. And the subscription and the exclusives and the special pre-orders of Sony, and these guys are just making a killing off of the people that are buying everything up, no matter what. They love this company, and I I'm one of those people that just fell off. I can't do this anymore. Like, why am I holding this controller? You want me to play this same game how many times? I know it was good. I know The Last of Us was good. I played it. It was a very good game. I liked it. But man, you want me to play it again? Why?
Yeah, for the PlayStation 5 Pro with the ray tracing and the AI fill-ins.
I will fight a motherfucker over Skyrim. I love that game. It's very good game.
How many times did you buy it? How many times did you buy it?
It's coming back out again for the PlayStation 5 Pro.
She's probably right. She's probably right.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's remastered for the 20th
I beat
time.
Skyrim one time. I bought it 5. Because
why'd you buy it?
I know. Because that's what they tell you you're supposed to do. Play Skyrim, edition. Play the Skyrim remastered 10-year. Fuck, give me my money edition. And they got it.
Yeah, and you fall for it.
Look at these mods.
You're just waiting on that new. You're waiting on that new Elder Scrolls game. How about you just play Skyrim again?
Right. Oh, look at that. They got mods. They got Thomas the Train, and those witches are naked. Don't you want to play it again?
As a matter of fact,
I do. I just can't wait to see how the sales are the first week. And I know there's content creators that are going to buy them just for the comparison videos and just for the reviews.
Right.
And there's going to...
I mean, and then, and that's the thing too, is like with sales, it's not... Because there's going to be people that's going to be scalping them, just thinking that they're going to make money. You know what I mean? Because you got to think about it. They always talk about, PS5 sold 60-something million units. You know what I mean? But none of y'all games sell over 5 million copies. I feel like if it's a flagship title, that's something that a majority of people would get. You know what I mean? I feel like more people would have God of War versus, fucking 2K or something. But that's just not how it is. And that's why they're going to start porting them over to PC. I guarantee.
I mean, we all bought Helldivers.
Well, they're gonna, and they're gonna start porting them anyway, because just once the initial I don't even know how to phrase it. Basically, once that first year goes by, the most people are gonna buy it right in the beginning, and if they don't have a PlayStation, now they're just waiting for it to come out on PC, because every single Final Fantasy game, every single exclusive, it always ports to PC after about a year.
But what I'm saying is now Square said that they're not doing that no more. They was like, we can't afford to do that. Y'all fuck around. And I'm not saying y'all almost put Square out of business, but they got reports that they didn't like. And they was just like, this isn't going to work.
Because they didn't make as much money as they thought they were going to make.
Exactly. And I'm sure it's because they kind of pivoted from the traditional Final Fantasy to the action thing. So they thought, well, why in the net? Everybody loves action adventure games. But it didn't hit like they thought. And it was like, okay, well, we just finna widen the net, get everybody that we can in here. And other companies gonna, I feel like, kind of follow that. They're gonna be like, look, it was fun while it lasted, but the exclusive game, they cost too much to make. It's like the movies. Sony makes movies, right? Imagine if they were like, you can only pull this up on a Sony TV. That shit would be ridiculous. It would never work. That's
100% correct, because what percentage of Sony players are Final Fantasy fans? And I'm sure it's a high percentage, but still, the point of exclusives is to buy your console. Their consoles were so hard to get for so long. Some people might have just gave up. Might have got an Xbone. Might have got a PC. It's one of those things to where these games now are so expensive to make. Like you said, the return on that for the people that not only have to have your system, but they have to be interested in this game, that dwindles down. Now, if you launch it on PC, granted they launched it late as hell, and maybe some people are interested in trying it. I don't know how, because there's a new game that comes out every 12 minutes now that's amazing. So you miss the hype, you miss the rush of that. It may not do as well, but they're going to get a little bit of their money back. But they should have done it at the beginning. If they would have had Final Fantasy Rebirth come out on PC, I would have finished it already. I would have gave them my money and I would have finished them already. I mean, off of a whim, I'm playing Wukong and I love it. But that's just because it's on PC. If Wukong was a PlayStation exclusive, I'd probably never play it. I'd probably never see it. It's just the way things are, and I can't be the only one that is not making my PS5 a priority. Like PC is just here. It just does, and it looks awesome. I can't go out of my way, set up my PS5, and start playing games on it over this. It just doesn't make sense to me anymore.
Yeah. It doesn't feel good. I can play games and have something up on my second screen.
It's a bedroom console. You do it before you go to bed. You turn the PS4 or the PS5 on, and you play a game that you don't remember playing for a little bit, and you go to bed.
Man, he's like, yes, a little bit. That's how I do with my Switch. That's how I've been doing my Switch.
I do with my.
I haven't turned my.
Switch.
When was the last time I turned my Switch?
Yeah,
I don't even know where it is.
I'm big on the Steam Deck and the PC right now, and it's a relationship that I don't see any Switch, Xbox, or PlayStation ever breaking. It's just
I just found my 3DS and I haven't turned that thing on in about 2 years. So yeah, it is.
That is a relic.
That along with your CDs,
cassette discs.
Oh man!
So here's my Pokemon one. My X and Y Pokemon 3DS.
That looks pretty cool. I never had a 3DS, but those do look fun.
Yeah, I got all the handhelds after the Game Boy Color. I never even got an Advance. I was out.
And then I got my Sun and Moon one, which is the one that I play the most.
Thanks, son.
But I haven't played it in a while.
Yeah, I got my Steam Deck. It cross saves, which is awesome. You just turn your hotspot on your phone, and whatever you did on your Steam Deck goes right to your PC, and vice versa. It's amazing. I got Emu Deck on the Steam Deck, which is an emulator for everything. Runs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought you were about to say it's a simulator for emus, and I was about to be, stoked. And
Tell me more.
I'm about to download it right now.
I don't know. Maybe I'll make a game too, just emus. I mean, all these
only emus.
All these consoles that are about to come out, and I'll be surprised if anyone can scalp them. But all these consoles that are about to come out, the best thing for everybody, if you're a gamer and you want to throw your money at this industry, leave them on the shelf. That's what I say. I say don't throw your money at these little improvements that you're obviously not going to know on your TV. Maybe if you got a monitor, maybe if you got a PC, maybe if you want just that little upgrade, but it's not worth $700. Not even close.
Yeah. What about the Switch 2? Are you a believer, or you need to see the specs?
You said Switch 2?
Yeah, the Switch 2, man. They said
they said it was coming, and the only thing they said was we're gonna have enough for everybody so that there's no scalpers. The Nintendo Switch, I always felt was underpowered. I enjoyed it. Smash Brothers is one of my favorite games. I'm probably the best in the world at it. Nonetheless, I haven't played it in so long. Like I said, there's just too much PC gaming has to offer. And when they say PC Master Race, I don't want to be one of those people. I know I play games on the PC, and when they give me all these options, all these ultra frames, ray tracing, and the levels that they give me, there's no way you're going to get this gaming experience anywhere else. So why should I put it on the same level as everyone else? I got to have the back of the most powerful person because I'm a bandwagon fan, and that's what I'm doing right now. And Sony is doing some pretty bad stuff, and they're going to lose. They gotta lose. They
Hey
gotta
man, look.
lose. No one in the right mind that has a PS5, which is almost everybody that wants a PS5, has it right now. They're gonna spend almost $800 at least getting this console, and when they bring it home, they use it. They're not gonna know the difference, and they're gonna feel dumb.
Nah, they gonna know. They're gonna say they know the difference, even if they don't. They're gonna be like, "Oh man, it looks so good." I'm like, "But it looks good already, you know." But I mean, look, teach their own, man. Let them
I don't
enjoy.
like that. I'm not gonna let them enjoy. They can do whatever they want, but when they're in front of me, like I was
This is
telling,
that okay,
like I was
and
telling Apola, whatever they want to do is fine. But if I don't like it, I have to tell them, and I have to tell them why, because I don't argue unless I'm right, which is all the time.
All the time. Okay.
that's crazy.
Said it's also false, but you know.
Listen, before we go, I just wanted to mention really quick. I tried the New World beta. New World, what is it?
Please don't bring New World back up
Ethereum,
again.
something like that. It was a wimp.
I
Don't be
wasted so
like
much
that.
time on that game just for it to
So
not
let
be
me
worth
tell you something.
anything.
Uh,
Because every time you say "Let me tell you something," and you're like, "Let's get back on New World," they did better stuff, and I
now
get back on it, and
I
nothing's
did it for
better.
you guys, and time to recording this, we got like 5 hours left of the beta, and I want to tell you that since we played, all of us, because we stopped at the same time, along with the rest of their player base, obviously, it has changed so much to where for an MMO, it has to be successful this time. And I'm not going to tell you guys, all right, you play it. You got to play it. I'm just going to tell you my experience because this New World beta launched because it's coming to
Yep.
consoles. So it wants other
Okay.
people on there. It's 3 servers. They're full. They're chocked full. And they redid the graphics. They redid some of the mechanics. It's more optimized, at least on the PC, because before I couldn't run 60 comfortably. Now it was running unlimited comfortably. Just for an MMO,
Okay.
it was fun. It was so much fun the first like 5 hours.
I don't know. You told me that it was so much fun when the game first came out too, and then the lie detector went
Well,
off.
hold on.
And we wasted so much time in that game. I was like, I'm gonna do all the crafting. I'll make the leather, and then somebody makes, whatever other
New World
consumable, and
Ethereum.
then
That's the
we
beta.
were,
That's what we're talking about. How many hours did you
oh
play New
man,
World?
I don't remember, but I played a lot in the first, like when we were all like
What
just in it.
what were we playing that on? We playing that on Steam?
It was PC. It was like straight from Amazon's downloading thing.
All right, I
I
got you
didn't
guys.
do
I got you
mine
guys right
PC.
here before I get mad. Let's see.
I'd probably have to log into it to see how many hours I put into it, but there was a significant amount, and I felt like I felt when I first started playing Final Fantasy 14 before they blew up the world and restarted it, and then it got good. It actually did get good.
It
Oh
got
yeah, I
good.
guess
And unless they blew up New World and then restarted it.
you do have to be online for me to see it. But Jay played. Jay, what do you think? How many hours you played? I got it right here.
Mm, at least at least 200. At least 200.
262 hours. That's how many you played.
Okay. Yeah, that's good work.
How many did I
That's
play?
that's
I'm
strong.
curious.
It says that you're offline or private or something.
Oh,
Tino played 323, and he says it's the worst game he ever
Oh
played.
man, that's funny. Yeah, because he was talking
Dude, he
big
hates that
shit.
game. And
That's
and like
hilarious.
I got 300, and I got to tell you, I know why we quit, because the content ran out and it just wasn't good. There was no bugs really. It's just like after you did, the content, there was no more. And when I restarted the beta, and I was a healer, just like I was the first time we played, it felt like New World 2. That's how it felt. And it was just so exciting the first 5 hours I played. Like, I don't want to put this down. It's not like Final Fantasy, clunky, World of Warcraft, clunky, Guild Wars 2, clunky, all that stuff. If you enjoy it, enjoy it. Go ahead, be weird. But New World, it just felt good. And I think if when it comes out, it's coming out, I think middle of October. October or November,
Okay.
somewhere close, and it's coming out on consoles. So like it was filled up, and it might stay filled up. But if that happens, I think it's going to be successful now. I think they made it.
Yeah, we'll see. So,
Yeah.
would I have to buy something, or can I just install it and
I
jump
think it's
back
going to be
in?
a whole new jam that you're going to have to buy. But
Oh man,
I don't
look,
know about all that.
yeah, look, y'all gonna have to show me something.
you're
You gonna
not
have to
buying the
see.
PS5 Pro. You're not buying New World. Look, I'm gonna buy New World for you guys, and then when you see me having so much fun and like you guys want to have fun too.
Well, see, if you're buying it for me, I might
No
play it.
way, dude. I think I bought you all Terraria. I bought you, Tino, Jay. I bought you all Terraria
No,
when it
I
was
had
$2.
Nah, you definitely didn't buy me. You
I
definitely didn't
don't
buy me
know because
Terraria.
I have a physical copy of
What the
Terraria.
fuck?
Maybe it was Uno. Was it Uno?
What's
Did
a
you buy me
physical
Uno?
copy of Terraria look like? It's a disc?
It's a disc. It's a disc on PlayStation
Oh my
4.
That is nothing. That is nothing but a code that you had to download anyway. It's a
It's a
scam.
scam. Is that what you think? You think what are you
It's a
one of those people
scam.
that think the disc is just access to the game and then you got to download it?
I mean, yeah, because you still have to install it anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that think that. People think that like when you have the disc, the game is on there and you don't need any online or nothing. You know, granted it's okay, you don't need any patches or nothing like that.
Look, you unplug your shit from the internet and you try to play it. And you let
And it
me
won't
know.
work.
It
That's
will not
amazing.
because you need the licensing anyway. You like try it. And put the video on.
Dude,
Clip this.
Willie
Put the audio to it.
has
Show it.
1,051 hours in New World. And he's like, "No, I'm not going to try the beta. It's probably trash." The nerve of these people, man.
He spent
Man,
that
look,
much
I
time.
mean, if they spent that much time, they
Right.
know. You know, they know it. They know it more.
Right?
Than
Let me tell you what's wrong with this game. After 1,000 hours, thumbs down. Let me tell you what's wrong with this game.
Yeah, that is funny though.
But listen, I guess we'll get out of here. I'm glad we got to talk about the PS5 Pro. I really thought that like Apollo was gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm getting it. You're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about." And then she was gonna call me some names.
See, that's why I don't care about what other grown adults spend their money on. If they want to buy it, good on them. I'm not buying it, so
You don't partake in the pocket watching.
I sure don't.
Who's supposed to save these people if we don't?
They're not gonna let you save them. They're gonna spend their money, their hard-earned money, on what they want. You're gonna spend your hard-earned money.
I'm
on
not
it.
gonna
What are
get
you
that
talking
shit.
about?
What are
You
you
just said
talking
you're
about?
buying it. You said earlier you were gonna get it. Roll back the tapes.
I'm definitely not gonna get
A few moments
I'm
earlier.
definitely not gonna get it. There's not even no exclusives that are coming out that I am remotely interested in.
Yeah, but I feel like maybe they're waiting to kind of say what's coming up because they've been kind of quiet about.
And probably not
something.
because the showcase for their brand new system had no new games, correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
but they're gonna have an actual showcase where we're gonna show the games, and they were like, and these are all enhanced for the PS5 Pro. It's right there.
So
You'll
just
see.
a bunch of remasters. Perfect.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
you know that game that you liked?
We gonna get this
Yeah, you know
money.
that game that you bought and liked? Hey, play it again. The horses look better. Fuck out of here. All right, so for Apola, Jaybird Plays, and Steve Not Here, tell someone you love them. Bye.